G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's very different video on YouTube. Now, I was never going to start making a video on YouTube about Blender, which is this very whoppingly massive complex project thing that I've been straightforward researching about. In fact, it's more to do with research than just straightforward animating for the fun of it. But yes, I'm going to be showing you what Blender is like. This is what I've been doing so far. And really, this is actually going to be a very short video. And this is something I want to put up as a bit of proof to the hand-drawn stores. I don't know if I could name people. There's one called Fran. And there's also one called Pierre Giulio. He's actually been spending a lot more time using on Blender versus what I have been doing, because this site here is relatively new. Now, I know Blender is a very complex and very time-consuming app, but the fact is that, hey, there are some other simplistic things that you can, speed up 3D progressions than this. It's quite a fairly, somehow interesting looking thing, and I've actually been doing, this was actually done earlier in the week, so here's a bit of research. I also have been doing, a bit of animation because I wanted to test on CGI animation, and this was one of them. Look at that. Check this out. It's basically a spear dropping into what looks like to be fake water. Wow, look at the way it's actually shiny, that one there, eh? And I've also been learning how to apply textures and rendering by just going to shading and texture paint and that kind of stuff. So that's actually fairly nice. Once again, what I might do is I might, who knows, I could straightforward, oh wow, that's very interesting. I could also add another material if I somehow want to. But that is somehow, what I've been doing so far in Blender, because Blender is it's a very old and complex looking site here, right? It's somehow, it is one of these things. And somehow I'm actually quite curious of how everything is going to be like, because, hey, for that to happen, that should somehow be very interesting. I don't think I've actually painted the sphere. Maybe I have. I don't know if I don't think I have. Maybe I need to go back and straightforward paint the sphere. Anyways, I think it was originally pink. Originally pink. I'm just sort of thinking about. Oh man, this site here is very devilishly tricky to really understand, because it has a lot of it going on here. And this is somehow what I've been doing. I've been texture painting various different stuff here. Maybe if I go to spear, and if I go to like new material wise, maybe pick this. I haven't been playing around with Blender for a very long time. I'm just gonna, yeah, I don't think I might as well just let you see, but I'm just gonna maybe stand it next to a water bottle for assistance, because my tablet just can't stand properly. Obviously, I'm just gonna do something about if I try and get this thing, I might as well just show to you about my walkthrough with Blender, which hasn't been very simple, but very nice to research in doing so. Oh man, this is gonna get really time consuming to get a very good, well, let's just say a very good video of me playing around with Blender, because I can assure you Blender is one of these, it's one of those sites I can really compensate using it somehow. It's not really the thing I often tend to depend for. It's just what I'm researching. Okay, so obviously I'm just going to show it to you. Really, my tablet does not want to try and record some evidence here. Maybe I might as well just fling it like so. And I'm just going to call it ball base. And I think that should do it. That should do it. I think that's part of the spear. And I might as well just maybe go into shading. And let me just add a new material. I think I might as well go ahead and create one new bit of material here. And I can also add some texture. Let's just call it image texture. And I might as well just... Oh wait, hang on. Let me just... What is going on with me? So, ball base, color, base color. There you go. It looks somehow looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Look at that, I've actually been playing around with this and been learning how to like apply like, you know, keyframing and stuff like that. So I've been somehow straightforward fidgeting around with the whole app itself. Again, this is more to do with a bit of a research thing than anything else. So yeah, and I've also have been, guess what I've been doing? I've also been applying on how to make things splash everything out. It somehow was really awesome, and I've also been doing some keyframing. I'm actually really pleased in how this turns out. But I will be doing a lot more Blender stuff. I might talk about that in future videos because Blender is something that I've never ever tried. But, you know, obviously, how the heck am I really going to, you know, to contend with this? And then I've got 2D animating. That's somehow something I could really say to myself, hey, how the heck am I really going to, like, do something about it? Whoa, this is fantastic. Look at that. That is fantastic. Whoa, that's beautiful. It's just a simplistic water-based animation that I've just somehow made into... It's just somehow so simple. It's a beautiful animation that I've just made. But yeah, I think I can actually somehow say, hey, that's really cool. Maybe I need to go ahead and straightforward make some animations on Blender. What do you think? So this is what I've been programming so much of it, I think. So I might as well just leave this video here. It's just a bit of a litmus test because I've only been fidgeting around with Blender for quite some time now. And for me, for the fact it's actually quite relatively new, the fact is, strangely enough, I don't know how long am I really going to contend with 3D animation because I'm actually more familiar with 2D animation. And I've also started doing stop motion animation, which is also quite a bit of a litmus test. But I will look forward to move on to something which is a bit CGI-esque and basically create my own animations using Blender. So that could be fairly somehow interesting in the near future. And this is something that I've been doing a litmus test with, so this could be something really nice. Again, with Blender, there's a lot of like polygons and a lot of this complex stuff that I really don't know, but hopefully this is what I've been introduced into. The reason why Blender has actually been introduced so much into the way I make videos these days is because, well, if I move these things aside, so all it was all just to do a bit of a research thing. This was also in part that because I've been heading to the hand-drawn stores on Northfield, which I shouldn't name addresses and stuff like that, but hey, clearly I've been actually, which is the town I used to live in. So far, that's the thing. I actually seemingly, you know, remember of just how awesome it was living at Northfield. But looking at the, you know, as I said about the 3D animation thing, I'm not sure if I'm going to be very familiar with it because of the complexities and the intricacies that I don't really seem to fully understand. And that's basically something I could, how do you call it? I'm not sure if I could create and, you know, straightforward. How do I merge everything? That's very interesting. I somehow really feel like, hey, there's a lot of this stuff. I want to see how it's all like with the colours being connected and stuff. So, oh well. Anyways, what I will do is I'll just straightforward leave this video for another time and talk about more things about Blender because I'm just a newcomer coming here. And this whole 3D animating, sculpting thing relating to like model sculpting and stuff like that, it's clearly something for a future video. So anyways, please give this video a like if you really enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more for videos in the future. And as always, thanks so much for watching and bye for now.